In the heart of Cairo, where the sun casts its golden rays upon the ancient stones of the pyramids, a story waits to be told. It is a tale that begins in the shadowy recesses of history, where the echoes of a civilization long gone still whisper through the sands of time. The enigma of the Egyptian mummy, a relic of a bygone era, has fascinated scholars, adventurers, and dreamers alike. But what if, against all reason and understanding, one of these mummies still existed, its secrets intact and its presence felt in the modern world? The allure of mummies lies not only in their physical form, but in the profound mysteries they embody. For millennia, the ancient Egyptians practiced a meticulous process of embalming, believing that preserving the body was essential for the soul's journey into the afterlife. This belief birthed a culture rich in rituals and ceremonies, where the line between life and death blurred, and the afterlife was as tangible as the Nile itself. The mummies, swathed in linen and adorned with amulets, were not merely corpses. They were vessels for the souls of the departed, guardians of wisdom, and silent witnesses to the passage of time. In the modern age, the fascination with mummies has only intensified. Museums around the world proudly display these artifacts, sparking curiosity and wonder. Yet, despite the advances in technology and archaeology, the true essence of what it means to be a mummy remains elusive. Each bandage, each scarab, tells a story, but those stories are often lost in translation, obscured by the veil of time. The question lingers: what if one of these mummies could transcend its role as a mere artifact and step into the light of the present day? Imagine a young archaeologist, Dr. Layla Hassan, whose passion for ancient Egypt ignited during her childhood. Raised in the bustling streets of Cairo, she was captivated by tales of pharaohs and their eternal resting places. Her dream was to uncover the mysteries of the past, to breathe life into history and connect with the souls of those who walked the earth thousands of years before her. After years of rigorous study and fieldwork, Layla found herself at the forefront of a groundbreaking expedition, tasked with exploring a newly discovered tomb hidden beneath the shifting sands of the desert. As Layla and her team descended into the depths of the tomb, they were met with an overwhelming sense of awe. The air was thick with the scent of ancient oils, and the walls were adorned with vibrant hieroglyphs, their colors remarkably preserved. In the center of the chamber lay a sarcophagus, its surface intricately carved with the likeness of a long-forgotten pharaoh. The moment was electric, a convergence of past and present, and Layla felt an unshakable connection to the figure entombed within. With trembling hands, she opened the sarcophagus, revealing the mummy inside. It was both a moment of triumph and trepidation. The sight of the ancient figure, wrapped in linen and adorned with jewels, filled her with reverence. Yet, as she examined the mummy, a peculiar sensation washed over her, a pulse of energy, a whisper of life that seemed to emanate from the very fabric of the wrappings. Could it be her imagination, or was there something more profound at play? Days turned into weeks as Layla and her team meticulously studied the mummy, conducting tests and unraveling the mysteries of its existence. They discovered that this particular mummy belonged to a high priestess, revered for her wisdom and connection to the divine. As they delved deeper into her life, Layla felt an inexplicable bond forming. It was as if the priestess was reaching out from the depths of time, guiding Layla through the labyrinth of her own thoughts and fears. One night, as Layla pored over her notes in the dim light of the tomb, she experienced a strange phenomenon. The air around her shimmered, and she felt a presence, a gentle caress that brushed against her skin. The room pulsed with energy, and she could almost hear the faint echoes of ancient chants, the voice of the priestess resonating through the ages. In that moment, Layla understood that the past was not merely a series of events, but a living tapestry, woven with the threads of experience, emotion, and spirit. Driven by this revelation, Layla began to explore the possibilities of the mummy's existence in the present day. What if the priestess was not just a relic of history, but a being capable of transcending time and space. What if her wisdom, her knowledge of the universe, could still resonate in the modern world? The idea was both exhilarating and terrifying. Could the ancient rituals and beliefs hold the key to understanding life, death, and the continuum of existence? As Layla immersed herself in the study of ancient Egyptian spirituality, she uncovered practices that spoke of the interconnectedness of all living beings. The ancient Egyptians believed in the concept of Ma'at, the principle of harmony and balance that governed the universe. They understood that death was not an end, but a transformation, a passage into another realm of existence. The priestess, in her role as a mediator between the worlds, embodied this belief, serving as a bridge between the living and the dead. With each passing day, Layla felt the boundaries between her world and that of the priestess begin to blur. She found herself engaging in rituals inspired by the ancient texts, lighting candles and reciting prayers in the stillness of the tomb. It was as if she was inviting the spirit of the priestess to guide her, to share her wisdom and illuminate the path ahead. The more Layla opened herself to this connection, the more profound her experiences became. One fateful evening, as the moon hung low in the sky, casting a silvery glow over the desert, Layla experienced a moment of transcendence. She closed her eyes and surrendered to the energy that enveloped her. In her mind's eye, she saw the priestess standing before her, radiant and ethereal, her presence both calming and powerful. The priestess spoke not in words, but in feelings, a rush of emotions that surged through Layla's being, a sense of purpose, a call to action. In that moment, Layla understood that the priestess's existence was not confined to the past. She was a guardian of knowledge, a custodian of ancient wisdom that could illuminate the complexities of the modern world. The priestess embodied the struggles and triumphs of humanity, and her spirit was alive within Layla, urging her to share this knowledge with others. The realization ignited a fire within Layla, a desire to bridge the gap between the ancient and the contemporary, to inspire others to explore the mysteries of life and death. Driven by this newfound purpose, Layla began to organize workshops and lectures, inviting people to engage with the teachings of ancient Egypt. She shared the stories of the priestess, the rituals that connected the living to the divine, and the importance of honoring the past while embracing the present. The response was overwhelming. People from all walks of life flocked to her sessions, eager to connect with the wisdom of the ancients and explore the depths of their own existence. As Layla's influence grew, so too did her connection to the priestess. She began to experience vivid dreams, visions that transported her to the heart of ancient Egypt. In these dreams, she walked alongside the priestess, witnessing the rituals and ceremonies that defined her life. Layla felt the weight of the past resting upon her shoulders, a responsibility to carry forth the teachings of the ancients into a world that often felt disconnected from its roots. Yet with this connection came challenges. Skepticism surrounded Layla's work, and she faced criticism from those who dismissed her experiences as mere fantasy. Some accused her of exploiting the past for personal gain, while others questioned the validity of her claims. But Layla remained undeterred. She understood that the journey of uncovering the truth was fraught with obstacles, and she was determined to persevere. In the midst of her struggles, Layla received an unexpected invitation to present her findings at an international conference on Egyptology. It was an opportunity to share her experiences with a wider audience, to challenge the perceptions of ancient Egypt and its relevance in the modern world. The prospect filled her with both excitement and trepidation. This was her chance to honor the priestess and the knowledge she represented, but it also meant stepping into a spotlight that could amplify both her message and her critics. As the day of the conference approached, Layla poured her heart and soul into her presentation. She crafted a narrative that intertwined her personal journey with the teachings of the priestess, illustrating the timeless wisdom that could guide humanity in the present day. She spoke of the interconnectedness of all beings, the importance of honoring the past, and the potential for transformation that lay within each individual. When the day finally arrived, Layla stood before a captivated audience, her heart racing with anticipation. She felt the energy of the room, a palpable connection that transcended time and space. As she began to speak, she felt the presence of the priestess beside her, a guiding force that bolstered her confidence. The words flowed from her lips, weaving a tapestry of history, spirituality, and hope. The response was overwhelming. People were moved by her message, and the room erupted in applause. Layla felt a sense of validation, not just for herself, but for the priestess whose spirit had inspired her journey. She had successfully bridged the gap between the ancient and the modern, igniting a spark of curiosity and reverence for the wisdom of the past. In the weeks that followed, Layla's work gained momentum. She was invited to speak at universities, participate in documentaries, and collaborate with artists who sought to explore the themes she had uncovered. The mummified priestess, once a silent figure locked away in a sarcophagus, had become a symbol of resilience and wisdom, a reminder of the timeless connection between humanity and the mysteries of existence. Yet, as Layla's influence grew, so too did the shadows of doubt. Skeptics continued to question her experiences, and some even sought to discredit her work. The pressure mounted, and Layla found herself grappling with the weight of expectation. The priestess's spirit, once a source of guidance, began to feel like a burden, an obligation that threatened to overshadow her own identity. In her moments of solitude, Layla reflected on her journey, the exhilaration of discovery, the joy of connection, and the challenges that had tested her resolve. She realized that the essence of the priestess was not meant to be a replica of the past, but a catalyst for her own growth. The wisdom she had uncovered was not a static relic, but a living force that could evolve and adapt to the present. With this newfound understanding, Layla made a choice. She would honor the priestess not by clinging to the past, but by embracing her own voice and experiences. The journey was not about resurrecting the ancient, but about weaving the threads of history into the fabric of her own life. Layla began to share her story, her struggles, and her triumphs, inviting others to do the same. She encouraged her audience to explore their own connections to the past, to find meaning in their experiences, and to embrace the mysteries that life had to offer. As Layla continued her work, she felt the spirit of the priestess beside her, no longer a shadow, but a radiant presence that illuminated her path. The connection remained, but it had transformed into something deeper, a partnership that honored both the ancient and the modern. Layla understood that the priestess's legacy was not confined to the tomb, but lived on in the hearts of those who sought to explore the mysteries of existence. In the years that followed, Layla became a beacon of inspiration, guiding others on their journeys of self-discovery and connection to the past. The enigmatic Egyptian mummy, once a silent figure of history, had become a living testament to the power of knowledge, resilience, and the eternal quest for understanding. The mysteries surrounding mummies, their historical significance, and the captivating idea of their existence in the present day had woven a narrative that transcended time, reminding humanity of the threads that bind us all. And so, as the sun set over the sands of Cairo, casting long shadows upon the ancient stones, Layla stood at the edge of the desert, her heart full of gratitude. She had uncovered not just the secrets of the past, but the essence of what it meant to be human. The journey was far from over, and the mysteries of existence would continue to unfold. But she knew that she was not alone. The spirit of the priestess, ever watchful and wise, would guide her as she ventured into the unknown, embracing the beauty of life and the magic of the eternal.